Hello YouTube, I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to show you how I reached Master Tier with a 90% win rate, playing exclusively Fiddlesticks mid lane. I was actually really inactive this season because I had a lot of real life stuff going on, and also because I thought that the new map changes and the new item changes like really messed up things for Fiddlesticks mid. At the start of the season I was like grinding, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Challenger easy, and then I started noticing that it's actually quite hard to play with the new map changes, so I just gave up and stopped playing and took a break. However, now that I have a lot of free time again, I decided to hop on my Smurf, and I went almost completely undefeated in my 2-day climb. So a quick note, this account was actually Diamond 2 last season, and it decayed to Plat. That's why it says like Plat last season, but it was actually Diamond 2 MMR. Therefore, all the games that I played on this account were played in at least Diamond 2 ELO or higher. And also note that this is EONE, but in my opinion it barely makes any difference. For me, both servers like EOS and EONE are the same below Master. I've hit Challenger on both servers and multiple times, and I can say quite confidently that below Master they're very similar. There's like maybe a slight difference, but it's very marginal, so it doesn't really matter. The real difference starts in the higher ELOs like Master and above. So for the stats, in the span of 2 days I played a total of 17 games. 16 of those were Fiddlesticks games, and I went 15-1 on Fiddlesticks, which results in a 94% win rate. Unfortunately, I lost one game when I was 1 game away from promoting to Master. I'm very salty about that, because it ruined my 100% win rate. And I also played 1 Yorick game, which I also won, because I got put top lane and we had a full AP team, so I didn't want to play Fiddlesticks. The account already had 1 win, which was with Draven, and 1 lose with Mordekaiser. That's why there's, there's a couple more games here. Those were like from January, so I don't really count them. And all games were played in the average elo of D2 to Master. I had an average CS per minute of 4.9 on Middlesticks, which is, for a traditional champion that would be really low. I think it's actually, this is like the normal, it's like the standard value that you're aiming to achieve on Middlesticks. Maybe something between 5 and 6 CS per minute. And I had a 4.67 KDA, averaging about 8.3 kills, 4.7 deaths, and 13.6 assists. So already you can see I have a ton of assists, and also a ton of kills, and quite a lot of deaths. But I will go over a gameplay later and you will see how this ends up happening. So for runes, I kept it really simple. I only ran 3 different rune pages really. The first one is Airy plus Inspiration Second. Here it's Cosmic Insight and Futures Market. For me, Cosmic Insight has gone up a lot in value because of the new map changes. It lowers the cooldown of your flash, and flash has become way more important because of how broad the new mid lane is. So you need flash to gap close or flash to get onto the enemy carries way more often. And that's why I've been starting to take Cosmic Insight every game. And then Airy is just really solid. I'm gonna release a rune guide anyways in the future, so I will go more into detail there. But generally just take Airy against melee champs, and then the second rune page that I take is Comet plus Inspiration Second. So yeah, you just swap around between Airy and Comet. Comet against ranged champs, Airy against melee champs. And the third rune page that I take is Comet or Airy with Resolve Secondary, where you take Bone Plating and Revitalize, or Second Wind and Revitalize. I usually only take this rune page when I'm in top lane, against like some really burst heavy champion, or like if I just want to be way more durable, that's why I take this rune page. But in mid lane I usually only take either Comet or Airy with Inspiration Secondary. So for the build, I also kept it very simple. I didn't really know what to build at the beginning of the season, but now I've just settled for this core build, which consists of Malignance first, then Sorks, Liandry, and then optional items. Right, you can also swap around here. You can rush Sorks first if you have the money, or if you like want to be roaming a lot. It's quite a decent buy in early game because the magic pen really makes you deal a lot more damage in early game. I always go Malignance before Liandry because of the Lost Chapter, and you need the mana to shove out waves, to poke, and so on. And then for the optional items that you can go, You can go either Rabadons. If you're heavy snowballing and you have a lot of money, you can go Rabadons third. If the enemy has MR but not too much MR, you can go Crypto Bloom. It's quite nice for Fiddlesticks because you can ult, you can one-shot someone and then your entire team gets healed. You can go Void Stuff if the enemy has like a ton of MR. Or you can go Zhonya's if the enemy has like a full AD team or if they have heavy engage and you need to Zhonya's it. So usually the build would look something like this. You go Malignance, you go Sorix, Liandry, then you go Crypto Bloom, then you go Zhonya's, and then if you... Usually the games always end after the third or the fourth item, but if you have like enough money, you can go Rabadon's last or something, right? And for summoner spells, in mid lane I always take Ignite and Flash. Ignite is just really good, especially against melees. It gives you so much more solo kill pressure, makes you a lot stronger in lane, and well, makes you just really dangerous when you get hit ult. It basically guarantees your solo kill, right? And then you can also take TP if you're against a hard matchup, something like Wei, Syndra, Orianna, you know, like really long range champions, control mages that can poke you out of lane, then you can take TP. If you want to know more about this though, I have a matchup spreadsheet where it's linked in the description and you can see which matchups are hard, which ones are easy, and which runes to take. So for the mentality of this climb, you have to stop. I had to stop victimizing myself because I was like, oh, the new season's so shit, Fiddlesticks is ruined. But instead you should be trying to find new angles or new roam timers. There's a ton of new opportunities with this new map. And it's actually not that bad once you get the hang of it. Just try to focus on yourself. Ignore your teammates, they will call you trolls. I've been called a troll multiple times in Champ Select, and then people suddenly said in the game, oh, honor Fiddlesticks after I got a triple kill in mid lane, right? Yeah, just ignore them. They're stupid, they're low elo, their opinions don't matter. And if you get triggered by stuff like this easily or by their pings and stuff, you can just play full mute. Because genuinely, 99% of times they will never say anything useful in chat, and their pings will be stupid as well. So just focus on yourself and ignore them. Also try to never type. I personally struggle with this a bit, I'm gonna admit that. Sometimes I just, you know, I can't resist typing, but usually it's the best options to just like, you know, deactivate your chat and try to never type and only focus on yourself and never surrender, right? It's especially important to never surrender on Fiddlesticks because you have the most powerful ultimate in the entire game. You can always turn the game around if you find a good enough ultimate. So you should never be giving up, right? If you can find like a sneaky spot and you can like ult 5 people at once, you can turn the entire game around by yourself. So don't give up and always think ahead of the enemy where they will be. Or you want to be where the enemy will be before they even know it. So you can find a spot to hide in and then you can ult them and they will be completely caught off guard and you just wipe them all out, right? So now let's review a game of mine where I can perfectly demonstrate how I play almost every game, right? How the lane phase goes and so on, and how I extend my lead. So first of all, what you want to be thinking about, already in loading screen the game starts, right? You want to be thinking about who am I playing against, what are the matchups, who's going to be like strong, who's going to be weak, what CC do they have, which is very important. Because here we see I'm against Katarina and I'm against Lilia. None of those two have any CC whatsoever except for Lilia when she has her ult, right? But in early game, they have a 0 CC, which means they cannot interrupt your drain, which in turn means that I'm very confident that I can 1v2 them in early game. So that's something that you really want to be taking into consideration. And then also the Katarina matchup. Well, as I mentioned before, I have a spreadsheet, so you will see there, generally any assassin is extremely countered by Fiddlesticks, but Katarina in particular, because you have 2 forms of CC. You have a silence, you have a fear, and you can poke her out and in the lane extremely hard. She went Doran's Ring, she went Dark Seal and not Doran's Shield, so she's very easy to poke out of lane. She also has Ignite, she has no TP. So what you're going to be doing is, you just want to start E and then just poke her every time she walks up for a minion, right? You never want to let her have a minion for free, and you want to be contesting every single minion and make her suffer in this lane. But here you can see I just walk up, I just E her, and now I wait, and you will see once my minion starts getting low, I'll like start walking up, you see? This minion's low, she's like missing the XP right now. And I'm just poking her. I procced Airy twice already, that's why Airy is better than Comet against melee champions, because you can proc it with your auto attacks really consistently. Like every time she walks up, just hit her. Like you just do not let her breathe. And then you want to be slow pushing the enemy wave, right? Like just last hit them. And you want to be crashing it when it's either the second wave you can crash or the third wave. When the cannon wave comes, you want to be crashing it. So one thing that's really important to note here, you will usually get ganked on this cannon wave. Like when you play aggressive like this, which I do almost every game, it depends on the matchup, right? But usually I play like this and the wave will always look like this. You will always get ganked on the third wave because the enemies think they can kill you. Right? In some cases they actually can kill you. For example, if they have a Xin Zhao on enemy team, he can just flash on you and kill you, right? But against these two, I'm very confident that I can 2v1 them. So usually what you want to be doing here is you want to try to kill these 3 minions as fast as possible because you will reach level 3, which makes you a lot stronger. In this case, I did not get to reach level 3 fast enough. So you think I'm probably fucked here, right? But joke's on you. I just do this. I E-flash, ignite her, and she's dead. And now I get a level 3, I fear her. I realize I'm not fast enough to run away from her, right? She still has flash anyways. So what I do is I run into her. Why do I run into her? Because maybe I can dodge her Q. It's on cooldown here, but it doesn't matter. And then I can also drain her. That's exactly what I do. I actually end up living because my jungler comes and he flashes on her. But either way, this would have been a good situation because I got a 1-for-1 in a gank, right? So now just shove this wave out. And I'm in a really good spot. I can't push it out, unfortunately. But, you know, usually you can. And I end up going Sorks. I'm going into minus because of Futures Market. So just rush my Sorks here. And yeah, this is just how it keeps going. I will just keep bullying her. Now, the interesting part is going to be when I get level 6. So you can see I play completely aggressive. I don't care about Lily at all. Actually, I could have been ganked. I wouldn't care. I can just 1v2 them again. Especially because she doesn't have Ignite anymore. Yeah, usually around level 5 to 6, you want to start pinging your jungler to go to grubs. Why? Because you will see when she starts hitting them. Here, when all the small minions spawn, you can, when you W, you will heal back to full. So you're extremely OP at grub side, especially when you have your ult. You will just completely roll them. So usually when you hit level 5 or level 6, just ping your jungler and go to grubs. But here the Katarina is really low, so I'm trying to like pressure her a bit more and then I can kill her. So she's really low now. Fortunately, I started taking 2 turret shots, which you will see ends up in me dying, but we trade 1-for-1. Which was a stupid mistake, but it doesn't really matter. And now you will see I just run straight bot. Why? Because this is what bot lane looks right now. And I have ult and I have flash. I do not care about mid lane at all, especially because it's a cannon wave. It will take her some time to push it in. But this is what, like, one thing why I have so, like, such low CS per minute is because I do not care about waves as much as other champions do, right? I'm Fiddlesticks. I have the most powerful ultimate in the game. And it has the highest base damage in the game, so I don't really need money that much. Which is why I'm willing to drop waves like this and willing to drop plates. This is what makes Fiddlesticks Mid so obnoxious to play against, is that he can just roam. He can just run around and kill you and not care about waves. It's basically like Katarinas, you know? Like all the Katarinas and lower elos who just run on bot and get kills. That's Fiddlesticks but on crack, you know? That's what happened. I pick up a kill. Keep pushing. She can't ever kill me. Against Katarina, you have to keep either your Q or your E, so she can't ever ult. So as you can see, I have ult up again, so I roam bot. I get a kill. I overextend, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter. So as you can see, it's very simple. You pressure them hard in lane. You make their life miserable. You contest every single minion. And then you just start roaming every time your ult is up, right? Or you play together with your jungler, like this. You ping your jungler a lot, you work together with your jungler, you double gank lanes, and then you contest objectives together, and whenever you have your ult, you can't lose the fight. Okay, here my ult was on cooldown, so Riot just dies. But you will see, it looks bad, but then I ult. And you might think that I die here, but I actually W flash forward. And they can't kill me. And we turn around the fight like this. So you will see, just poke out your enemy, stomp your lane, and then start roaming to other lanes whenever you have your ult up. And that's how you extend your lead. As Fiddlesticks, you want to be extending your lead to your team. Because you cannot solo end a game, right? You're like not a Tristana, where you can just kill turrets in 3 seconds and completely end the game by yourself. You need your team to be strong as well. So here you will see, I have ult up again, I go bot again. I actually didn't even see this Leona, I was like looking at the bottom. But yeah, doesn't matter, we pick up 2 kills. We pick up Drake. Katarina tries to jump in, she gets perma CC'd by me. Can't play the game. And yeah, this game is basically over at this point, right? So you will just see the same thing happening over and over again. I just push the wave and then start to look for roams. Here you will see me avoid vision. I knew they always ward this bush and they always ward this bush, but this bush is often not warded, so you can sneak in like this. They have no idea that I'm here. So I ult, I buff my E, they both die. I get the bot turret, and yeah, this is just, you know, that's just Fiddlesticks 101. I start grouping with my team to get the mid turret. I actually catch this smolder here. So here you will see me, I have my ult up again. You need to be really patient with your ult, you need to wait for them to commit onto your and your teammates, and then you can do stuff like this. And yeah, at this point the game ended, right? Also, important thing here, you can see my fear instantly went out. It's because I saw her walking up here, and I already start clicking Q on her, right? I put my cursor over and start clicking Q, so when she flashes in, it instantly hears her. So that's another important thing that you can do. And yeah, that's basically the game, right? You don't really have to see more. We're just gonna force Baron now, when it's up. This is also how you close out games with Fiddlesticks. I think a lot of people struggle with that. Lilia tries to kill me for some reason. Well, you just force objectives when you're strong, right? You build up, you buy pink wards. Whenever objectives are up, you build up your own vision. And then you start forcing objectives, and they can't walk up because you will just ult them and kill them. This is exactly what's gonna happen now. We're gonna push in. You see, we build up our vision, we contest vision, we clear theirs, we build up our own vision pockets. I actually die here, that's whatever. I will just repeat the same thing when I'm up again. I wait for the Katarina, I kill her. And there we go, we start Baron. That's exactly what you want to be doing. You want to either catch people, or you start Baron and force them into you once you have built up vision. And then you can just ult them and they die. That's exactly how you close up games with Fiddlesticks. And then we started sieging. I kill them with my ult, flash ult. This is exactly why you need flash, this is exactly why you need cosmic insight. It's just so important to have flash on this new map. And yeah, we get Soul. And the game is just over at this point, right? So now for the second game, I'm against a kind of tricky matchup, right? It's Aurelion Soul. It's not too easy. This guy is also like 300 LP master, I think. So this is quite like a higher elo game than the game before. But you will see me approach the lane with the same thought process, right? I put down my effigy. Because Kindred marked me, so I know she will like look to gank me early game. I just start poking him. It's just harder to do in this lane because he is ranged. That's why I took combat as well. You just start poking him. And once he's in lethal, just flash Q them so they can't run away, and ignite W them. And then keep your E for when if they flash away, right? Or you can start off with E like this, so they are silenced and they can't flash away. And they're just in lethal range and they die. Here you can see me working together with my jungler again, right? This is Kindred's crap because it's marked, so obviously she will contest it. I fear her, even though I'm low mana. I keep my E, which is very important here. I keep my E because it can interrupt Aurelion Soul's W, right? So you can see he W'd at me and I interrupted it with my silence. And we win the 2v2. I recall. And we're in a really good position now. I got Lost Chapter and base. I will just keep trading, keep trading. You can see he really struggles to keep up with me. My support ganks me. He dies. Now I'm level 6. So now you will see me looking for plays right around the map. I ping my jungler. I start to grasp by myself and I ping my jungler to come here. And we do them because I'm level 6. They can never contest us. I will just go mid again, I will push out. In this game I will work together with my support very much because it's a bard and he has like ways to portal me in. You can see we push out mid together and now I go bot lane. So then we see the Karma, I just ult, kill the Karma, and then we push in mid bot wave as well. And we just kill this guy, right? And that's exactly like, not only are you winning now hard, but also your bot lane is winning hard and your jungle is winning hard. So I basically won this game by myself because I killed him solo mid lane and then extended my lead by helping my teammates. Now the game's super rough for them, right? Like, I just push out mid, I go top again. I cover if anything happens here. Push out mid again. And now I start going bot lane because of ult and flash, right? You can also do this, where just like a fake hover, right? You like go into fog, they will ping their teammates, they're gonna be scared. But in reality you stay mid lane. And you can look for something like this, where you can kill the enemy Asol. This used to be a lot easier in the old map. That's why you need flash now, because the map is just a lot wider. Catch the Garen here. Get another kill. Our Poppy was 1 and 3 before, but now she has like 3 plates and she's winning as well. You get grubs again. You will see me go bot again, because Drake is up and I have ult. We find the Kindred. And yeah, we just don't lose these fights because I'm so OP at this game, in this stage of the game, right? Like, sure, Kindred ults here, but it doesn't matter. My CC and my ult is just extremely OP. And we kill mid lane as well, and the game is just over at this point, right? Like, I get another kill. You can see I work together a lot with Bard in this game instead of my jungler, because Bard can like portal me in and can roam a lot. So yeah, you will see me go bot again. I actually tried to catch a Kindred, I didn't get her. Go back to lane. It's very simple. You just need to perfect it, right? Like, you need to go mid, push out waves, and then roam whenever your ult is up. Or you can also just skip waves and go straight bot or straight top when your ult is up. So now we're like extremely far ahead, 5k gold ahead. I'm just looking for a catch on bot lane. I stay in this bush because I know he will be greedy. I'm waiting for Bard here so I don't have to use my ult. Kill this guy, push out this wave. Also steal away their camps. And I actually wait for someone to step up to this wave again, because they will probably not expect me to have ult again. You can see even check the bush. It wasn't enough. He dies because of ignite. And that's it. I get another kill, and this, I mean, they just can't play anymore, right? Like, everyone is winning hard because of what I did in early game, and they just can't breathe anymore. But that's exactly how you play Fiddlesticks Mid. This is how you extend your lead to other lanes as well. And this is how you win your games. You just snowball them super hard by moving around a lot, by skipping waves, and by getting your teammates ahead as well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something from this game. And if you want to see more, then subscribe and leave a like.